Good morning to everybody who's watching the replay. Here is a preview for you of what our future affirmation is going to be, but you know I'm going to talk about it in a way that you hopefully haven't heard too much before. So stick around for that. Thank you guys for joining us when it's convenient for you. I love that. Please feel free, even though you may not be on live, feel free to continue to comment and share this because I love interacting with you, even if it's not in the moment right now. I will still respond to your comments and I love hearing them. So thank you so much for those. And just a small treat for you this morning because we don't normally get to see him when he's being nice. Here is Jack. Jack is with us today, and that's pretty cool. He's outside, which is probably the best case scenario because when he's in here, he gets a little fussy. But he is an amazing corgi, guys. I love that dog. So I'm going to flip the camera so that I can talk to you guys face to face. Give me 1 second. All right, good morning, everybody. I'm having to turn lights on in the kitchen because it's still so dark out. It's so foggy this morning. It's very eerie. It's kind of cool. So my name is Crystalline A. Vitovich. I'm an internationally published intuitive author and coach. And today I want to share with you guys 3 affirmations that will get you through anything that comes up in your day. Truly anything. If you take these affirmations with you, you will be prepared to handle the situation and regain control. And then I have one feature affirmation for you today as well that is something you've heard before, but I want to put a different spin on it for you. I want to make it meaningful because sometimes we hear things so much that the meaning of them is truly lost, and so they don't really affect us. We don't get to appreciate them for what they are. And you deserve to be able to use these to your advantage. So I'm going to share it with you and put a different kind of light on it today. So hi Oz, it is good to see you. And we are going to get started. Thank you to everybody who has joined us already. Feel free to share this so we can have more people here to interact throughout the live stream. And I will get started with our first affirmation, which is, I overcome obstacles with renewed inner strength. I overcome obstacles with renewed inner strength. Guys, do you know that you do that naturally? Do you know that you don't even have to think about it and you will do this? So why do we say this affirmation? It's because I want you to be able to take advantage of it. I want you to be able to do the most with it that you can do. So let's understand what the best way to overcome obstacles is, right? So overcome obstacles with renewed inner strength. You know that you're already doing this. You know that's something you're going to do because you're still here. You've overcome every obstacle in your history and you're still here. So you're obviously stronger for it. So what are you going to do with it? What do those obstacles mean for you? If they have prepared you for this, if they've made you strong enough to handle today, then what does that mean? Guys, if you don't have direction in your life, this is how to find it. If you don't know what exactly your purpose is yet, this is how to find it. Our challenges are God's way of showing us what we're supposed to do, who we're supposed to be, what your potential is, and it develops that in the process. So you are being trained and molded and brought up, and you may not even realize it, but if you do realize it, you can use it to your advantage even more. Because when you're consciously training for something, you do even better. So imagine that every challenge you're going through is actually preparation. And it's actually something teaching you to be the person that you were born to be, the person that God intends for you to be, to fulfill your purpose in life, whatever that purpose is. And you'll be able to find a trend in your challenges that will help show you what that purpose is. How cool is that? So take a look at your challenges. If life is really hard, and realize if life is really hard right now, then you're going through a huge training. You're getting super strong. And all of your other challenges included are going to show you what you're capable of. And you are capable of so much more than you think you are. In every case, I know I'm capable of more than I think I am. I can always go above and beyond my own expectations because I believe that a lot of the time, especially people who tend to watch these affirmations with me, you're very humble, you're very modest, and that's an incredible trait. But I also want you to know your potential. I also want you to love yourself and appreciate what you can accomplish. So I want you to know that your challenges are preparing you for something. You are so strong and you're getting stronger every day, and that's what your challenges are doing for you. So while it might feel like life is out to get you, it's not. It's actually preparing you for something. It's making sure that whatever comes next, you're ready for. So that's amazing. And our second affirmation is, I am successful in all that I do. I am successful in all that I do. Every single thing that you do, You are going to do well. You're going to do it, and the outcome is going to be perfect for you. And again, that's something you do naturally. That's how life generally works, but you can learn to navigate it even more smoothly, even better than you already do. You do have this. So how do you do that? Well, if life is going well, if things are falling into place for you, then you've got very few worries because you're already on track, and that's a great place to be. But sometimes we like to go exploring, right? Sometimes we like to take a couple steps off the track and see what else is out there, see what's going on that we may not have seen. And you know what? That's okay. It is okay to be a little off track. Exploring is fine. What's important is that you eventually make your way back onto the track, taking with you the experiences from off track, right? So, and don't worry, because I know the big scary thing is if you go too far off track, what if you can't find your way back? That is something to be concerned about, and you're incredibly smart for thinking about that, but you don't have to worry too much. Because if you're open and you listen, you will be guided back on track every time. If Dora can do it, so can we. Exactly. So how does that work? The further off track you go, the further away from what you deserve you go, God's going to be like, listen, maybe we should turn around. So he's going to put something to block you. And you might break through that block, and you might keep going anyway, and you just don't realize what it's supposed to be telling you. And so God's going to be like, okay, I'm going to say it a little bit louder now. I'm going to make something harder than the last one. And it'll get harder and harder and harder until finally you hit a wall, and you're like, okay, what? What is it? Because I can't do anything, and I've been fighting this whole time, and clearly it's not going to work, so what am I supposed to do? And that's okay. It's totally okay to get to that point. Because that means you've picked up on it. You get it. And so at that point, you are willing to look at other opportunities. And when you do that, you're going to find that there's a path that leads right back onto being on track, and that gets you to a place that is better than you originally thought you were going. It is better than what you wanted in the first place. It is what you deserve. It is perfect for you. And the things you deserve are good things. You deserve good things. I want to emphasize that because you don't deserve bad things. You're an amazing person. It's why you're here right now. You're trying to get closer to God. You're trying to better yourself and be the best version of yourself that you can be. So you are a good person. And this is how you can read the situations in your life to navigate life and get the most out of it so you can do the most and be as helpful as possible and be as happy as possible. So our third affirmation is gratitude is my attitude. Now, this is the most important affirmation I will ever share with you. It sounds fun, and it is fun, but it's very important. So gratitude is my attitude. All you have to do is list 3 things you're grateful for. And I do it a lot. I actually do it in the morning because it makes me happy. So why wouldn't I want to start the day off being happy? I do it throughout the day. This is incredible. I do it when I'm frustrated. I do it when I'm mad. I do it when I know that I'm getting a little bit out of hand with my temper. I will say things that I'm grateful for because it is like counting to 10, only it's more effective. Rather than just counting numbers, which I would eventually get frustrated with because I'm an impatient person, I'm listing things I'm grateful for. So I'm realizing as I'm listing these things that, hey, okay, the situation is pretty uncomfortable right now. I'm not happy with it, but regardless of this situation, I have at least 3 things right now that I can be grateful for. So life is not as bad as I feel like it is. I might be blowing this out of proportion a little bit, as I tend to do. And then I can get my perspective. So I know, okay, it's not as bad as I thought it was. Now I feel pretty calm about it. I feel like I can get control back. Now I can take control of the situation and make it work out for everybody involved. That is how I use gratitude as my attitude, because it calms me down, gives me perspective, takes that defensiveness away, and then I can help. I can do things. You can be the hero in the situation and be the one to fix it. That's incredible, and that is something that you have the ability to do. And then at the end of every day, because I don't believe in bad days anymore, I list 3 things I'm grateful for from that day. Because if I can find 3 things from that day that I'm grateful for, I know I lived that day to the fullest. I know that I had a good day. And even if it was a challenging day, again, I know the challenges are helping me. So I can even be grateful for my challenges. And at the end of the day, I know I'm grateful for this day. And that's all that really matters, because tomorrow, today's done. So how I feel about today is all that really matters in the end. And if I feel like I did well, I can move on without regrets. And that's what you deserve too. So that is your 3 main affirmations that we share every day. And now we are going to move on to our feature affirmation today. Again, this is something you have definitely heard before, but I want to re-explain it to you a little bit. Let's put a different light on it so that you can understand it and really use it rather than just having it be a cliche that doesn't mean as much as it could. So I'm going to flip the camera and show it to you, and then I'll flip it back and we'll talk about it a little bit, okay? 1 second. All right, so I finish what I start. Now, for some people, this might be actually daunting, but I finish what I start. And I'm going to post a free phone background of this on the Crystalline Avatovich Facebook page immediately after this broadcast. So keep a lookout for that, and you can save that picture as a phone background or just as a picture on your phone, whatever you want, so you have it with you when you need it. I'm going to flip the camera back now. 1 second. Okay, so I finish what I start, but do you? Do you finish what you start? Is that a trend of yours? Is that something that you tend to do? Or, does sometimes it happen that things get really annoying, things get frustrating, and you're like, you know what, it's just not even worth it, and then you stop. But how often do you do that? Because it's okay to do that with things that really aren't worth it, but sometimes, me included, we make excuses for ourselves. We start something and it gets hard, and we just don't want to have to put that effort in because it's annoying. And so we decide that it's really not what we need anyway. But in the back of your mind, often you know the difference between something that you don't need and something that you really should do. So whatever you're starting, finish it. In one way or another, finish it. Even if it's an early finish, if it's something that you can wrap up quicker because you've realized it doesn't serve you the way it needs to, finish it. See what happens when you complete it, because you're doing it and it will be used for you in one way or another. Whether it's perfect for you or wasn't perfect for you, finish it. And when you do that, you're going to start having a trend of knowing what's worth your time, because you will consider your time more valuable, which you should. Your time is so valuable. Don't waste your time on stuff. Do things that are important to your priorities. Your priorities being your self-worth and the people around you and your goals, right? Make a list of your priorities, and then when you accept something, make sure that it is in line with those priorities. Then you won't be wasting your time. How cool is that? I actually got that from, it's like the 30-Day Push. I think it's by Chalene Johnson. Check that out because it's pretty cool. So make sure that what you do is in line with your priorities, and then you won't have to worry about not finishing what you start, because you'll start things that are important to you. How great would that be for everything that you're working on in life, not to be exhausting and meaningless to you, but to be important to you and to be adding to your future and to your goals. So finish what you start. Finish everything you've already started now, and then start things that are worth finishing. Right? So thank you guys so much for being here today. Please do share this and comment on it. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel. Let your friends see this so that they can learn this as well, so that they can have some positivity in their day. Add it to your cup of coffee every morning. We're here every weekday at 7:30 in the morning, and I love it. I love you guys being here. So feel free to do that, and feel free to check out www.crystallineavatovich.com. That's where you can learn more about me. And through any link in my bio that will take you there, you will also get a free bonus chapter of my book, Pure Fire, so that you can read that and see what my books are like as well. So, nice. So thank you guys so much. And I will see you tomorrow at 7:30. Keep gratitude as your attitude. Live in the moment. This is where you have control, guys. You can do anything. Go for it. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.